Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, we are going to see some important scenario-based manual testing interview questions and answer. Who want me to create second part, do comment in this video and I will be creating a second part on this. So without wasting time, let's get started. And the four questions that we are going to see in this part of the video is: you are testing a login functionality for a web application. Describe the test scenario you would consider. Then you are assigned to test a mobile app that handles financial transactions. How would you ensure the security and integrity of the transactions? Then you are testing an e-commerce website. What test scenarios would you consider for the shopping cart functionality? And the last question for this series would be: you are testing a file upload feature for a document management system. What are some possible test scenarios? Anywhere in the video, if you feel going too fast or too slow, kindly use the speed functionality in YouTube to manage the speed, and you can increase the speed accordingly. So let's get started with the first question. You are testing a login functionality for a web application. Describe the test scenario you would consider. So some of the possible scenarios for web application login is, I think all of us have worked in this kind of scenarios, whoever are watching. But for the beginners, you need to take care of some of the important scenarios, like verify that valid credentials allows user to log in successfully. Then another important scenario is test the behavior when invalid credentials are entered. Check if the system handle cases with leading trailing spaces in the username or password. So I have seen in my previous work experience that sometimes the developers they truncate the white spaces between the username and password. See how the system is handling that leading and trailing spaces, and then according to the requirement we should see it should work fine. Test the response when the username or password fields are left blank. So yeah, this is one important thing. Both from the backend and from the front side, we need to see, are we getting the correct error messages or not, or maybe the current response code or not. And if that's not the case, we need to raise a bug for this scenario. Validate the behavior when special characters or non-alphanumeric characters are used in the credential. So we need to see how the system is behaving. This system, I mean to see the application, either web application or mobile application, how it is behaving when we are using special characters or non-alphanumeric characters. Then second question is, you are assigned to test a mobile app that handles financial transaction. How would you ensure the security and integrity of the transactions? So for these questions, some scenarios that would be like: verify the app uses secure communication protocol, example to transmit sensitive data over HTTPS. As a tester, we should see that all the sensitive informations which are there, they are not passed over HTTP. So HTTP versus, so HTTPS is more secure than HTTP, and we need to take care that the information is passed through HTTPS. Test if the app encrypts the transaction data before sending it to the server. Yeah, this is important scenario. Definitely we need to check that all the data that is being sent, it is encrypted. With this we can come up with a question that, okay, how we can check if the data is encrypted or not. So there are some tools like charge proxy and man in the middle, from which you can intercept the data, and then you can try to manipulate the request or the response, and then you can see if the data are encrypted or not, or maybe you can modify them according to your testing requirement. Validate that user authentication mechanisms such as password or biometrics are implemented securely. So yeah, this is like, if I have my mobile and I have any application installed, then if someone else is using my phone and they are using their, you can say, thumb impression or face to log in the application, they should not be able to do that. So this is one situation where we can authenticate the mechanism. Perform input validations to prevent unauthorized or malicious inputs. Okay, so there can be different input validations like incorrect username, incorrect password, correct username, correct password. With all the combinations of these things, we should be able to see that only with the correct combination, that is correct username and correct password, user should be able to log in. Check if the app implements proper access control to ensure that users can only access their own transaction. So as a user, say for example, I have logged in into my application, I should not be able to see someone else's transaction. So this is one important thing we need to take care, and this can be done using proper access controls that are there. The developers need to work on these proper access controls, and we need to validate it that it is as per the requirement. You are testing an e-commerce website, so this is this third question. And what test scenarios would you consider for the shopping cart functionality? Since most of the consumers, I think this is one of the most common questions, because almost all the end users, or as we as a consumer, are using this e-commerce application, and we need to see that everything which we are working, or maybe everything on every e-commerce application which we are buying, it should work very seamlessly. So we are going to see different scenarios for this. The first scenario will be verify that users can add items to the cart and see the updated total. Okay, so this is like if I am adding the four number of items or five numbers of items, then the total updated value should be correct. It shouldn't be less, it shouldn't be more. Then test if users can remove items from the cart and see the correct updated total. As an end user, if I am removing some items from the cart, then the for me the updated total should reflect accordingly. Like if I have removed any item with 5 ringgit, or maybe with 5 INR, then it should deduct 5 INR or 5 ringgit from the total, updated total from the total, right? So the updated total will be reflected accordingly. Validate cart correctly displays the quantity and price of each item. Like I want to buy 3 pairs of shoes of one particular brand. So that particular item, if it is 200, then for 3 pieces it should be 600. So we need to validate this kind of scenario. Test if the cart retains the item even after the users log out and logs back in. So yeah, as an end user, if I am logging out, and then maybe I feel like, okay, this is not the right time to buy the available items, I will come back and I will buy it later. Then uh, I should be able to access these items after logging in back. Maybe it can be 1 month or 1 hour, whatever it is. I should be able to see those items in the cart. Check the behavior when the user tries to add more items than the available stock. Say for example, only one item is available, like say for example one t-shirt is available on that particular e-commerce site, and I'm trying to add two or three t-shirt. Then I should not be able to add two or three items, and I should get some message like you can only order one T-shirt right now because of unavailability of the T-shirt. So yeah, we need to see these kind of scenarios also. Now the last part of this scenario-based manual testing interview question: you are testing a file upload feature for a document management system. What are some possible test scenarios? Not only for document management system, this can happen in our normal day-to-day applications also. And I want to upload any files, then these scenarios will help you to identify more test cases. So the first scenario is like verify that users can upload files of different formats: PDFs, Word documents, images, and size. Test if the system displays appropriate error message when invalid file formats are uploaded. Say for example, my application doesn't support PDF. So I should get this message on the UI that you are trying to upload a PDF file and we are not supporting it. So it will make my life as an end user easier to identify that, okay, this application is not supporting PDF. I need to use some other format like Word document. Validate if system handles large file uploads without performance issues. So with this, we can come up with the two test cases like as a requirement for my application, I can only upload till 8 MB of files. Now, first thing, if I am uploading 8 MB of file, is it working fine? Is there any slowlessness? If no, then yeah, our requirement is good. but if there is some slowness, then we need to fix that issue. Now the second test case, which can be something like this, like if I am uploading more than 8 MB, then I should see the message that the system supports only 8 MB of file uploads, so that if anyone is trying to upload more than 8 MB, they need to just compress the file or maybe use on any other file. Check the behavior when upload is interrupted or fails due to network issue. And for this scenario, we can say something like, say I have uploaded a file, but due to some reason there was a network issue, and the upload was not possible. Now after some time the network is back again. How the system is behaving in that situation, and was the file that was uploaded has continued uploading, or the file got corrupted. So we need to see these kind of scenarios. Verify that the upload files are stored securely and can be accessed downloaded correctly. The simple example of this would be like, say I have uploaded my PDF, some personal PDF on my Gmail, and now I am downloading it from another system. So see, the scenario is whatever I uploaded from one system in my Gmail, I should be able to access from the same account the same file, and the file should be in the same format. And also, if the system is not compressing the file, then the size of the file will also be same. So we need to take care of these things, and also we also need to keep in mind that no one should be able to access that file from my Gmail account, so that it is secure. So security comes with, you can say, authentication and authorization from Gmail, but there can be other ways to make the file secure, maybe by encrypting it in a format that once only we are going to enter this password, we can see this. So yeah, we need to take care of these things. If you like my first part of the video and you want me to create the second part on scenario based questions and answer for manual testing, do add a comment. We are done with this video, and do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.